暗い王女のプレゼントMew Ichigo Cosplay Chatuyaru Part 3.
Hi guys, this is Dark Princess 8. We are on part 3? Yes? Yeah, well, on a part. So now we actually get to make the full shirt thing. I'm going to take apart my mock-up and just copy this onto the lovely pink fabric I got. This is cotton. Yes, this is cotton. I don't know the color precise, but I want to say bubblegum pink, maybe. But just go with whatever you think best suits you. So, yeah. Okay, so I have all my pattern pieces cut out for the actual shirt. I still have the mock-up pinned to it because I kind of want to know what side's which and all. And, yeah.
Hello, it is I, the Princess of Darkness. Okay, anyway, so, bad news, my shirt was see-through, and I had to take everything apart. So I went to Joann's, I got some interfacing and some lining. The interfacing will stop it from being see-through, and the lining will protect your skin so it doesn't feel all scratchy and everything from the interfacing. I'm going to be doing a botch stitch for that, but Human Me will explain everything here in a second, because I'm going to say, hey, I changed my mind because the ironing's not working, because I probably deleted the video explaining why I was doing these things. Okay, so take it away, past Human Me, go!
Okay, so I kind of changed my mind again because the ironing's not working. I need to learn more about interfacing, but what I'm going to do, and this is probably not a good idea, but I'm just going to try it and see how it works, is I already cut it out, the interfacing, and it's still attached to my fabric. So what I'm going to do is do a, I don't think I'm saying it right, but a botch stitch, I think that's what it's called. And I'm going to get my lining wherever I put it, and I'm just going to attach it to that and do the botch stitch with everything, with all three of them together, and I'm just going to sew it through. And hopefully it works out the way I hope. If not, I'm going to be really upset, but I'll figure something out. I mean, we all usually do. So hopefully this works a lot better, because ironing it didn't help. I did everything it's told me to do, but I just need to learn more about interfacing and everything, so yeah.
Okay, so you can't really see it too well, but right here I'm showing you a diagram of what I'm doing. So as you can see, the front is as a ladder and the back is kind of like a horizontal. Make sure that everything is flat together, because if not, you're going to get those bumps and everything. So sorry you can't see it too well. Okay, so just another kind of side note here. Sew as best as you can on the pink so that everything stays together well. Sorry it gets kind of blurry right here. The camera was trying to focus because my hand keeps moving and everything. It's trying to focus on my hand, not, the background, which is my sewing machine. Okay, everything is now sewn together to the cotton, the interfacing, and the lining. At the moment, I'm placing all those down so that I pin everything to the right side, and so everything is just together properly and not the left side is pinned to the right side, if you know what I mean by that. So when you're all done doing that, just pin everything together to make the actual shirt.
Whew. Okay, everything is now pinned where it needs to be. Before I start sewing, there's a few side notes I should let you know of. Okay, so if you remember, I kind of showed you the little triangle thingy right here. The reason why I left some of that out is because right there, you can't really see it too well, but I'm going to draw it out like a little line thingy so where you can see it on the video. I pinned that there because when I was before, and I kind of deleted the recording of that part, I messed up and I was fixing it up to where it fit me right, so that's why I kept that triangle part out. It'll make more sense when you see it because it'll hold this part up to where it'll form perfectly. The back is not pinned just yet because I want to get everything done first and then pin the back of it, but here's what it looks like all pinned. I might have to back up a bit. Everything is pinned and ready to be sewn. So, let's get sewing.
Okay, so now just sew everything together. By the way, I'm going to be cutting some of this stuff out just because the video is going to be too long and I really don't want it to be that long. So you're not really missing anything, it's just me sewing the shirt all together. So yeah. Make sure that when you are sewing it to sew on the other side of the line of both of the sides where you sewn everything together, just so that line doesn't show through when your shirt is turned right side out. So yeah, also make sure that no interfacing or lining is showing. That happened to me before with like when my I had took everything apart because of that. So make sure nothing's showing. It's just a big hassle, trust me.
Okay, so now I'm going to turn it to a zigzag stitch, and up here is where you choose the dial thingy for it. I'm gonna go with like a kind of loosey one, so probably about there, but I always kind of check, so I'll show you what I do. Okay, so what I do is I take a piece of fabric that I'm not going to use, I'm just using interfacing right now, and I just practice with the seams. And I really don't want to use a lot of it because, you know, thread. So that's one's not good enough, so let's change it to a 3. Do this. Okay, so I have it set to where I want. I will show you in a second. So here's what I'm going to be using. I'm going to zoom out a bit. Oops, sorry. Okay, so sorry, my camera turned off for some reason. That's what I'm going to be using, that stitching right there. On the top, let me take it off here. So for my zigzag, I have it near the 3, just a little bit over it. And for the other thingy, I have it just about past the 2, near the 1, into that middle area. So that's my settings for my zigzag stitch. Okay, so I was going over some of my video for my shirt. I just kind of learned that none of my zigzag stitching recorded. I don't know why. My camera's kind of funky. I'm going to take it in to get it checked, but my back is not done yet still. The zigzag stitch I just kind of did at the edge there to kind of clean it up and to make it easier to kind of wash, and so it doesn't fray badly. You could do that if you have a serger. I don't. I wish I did. But anyway, so yeah, I just kind of went over the edge with the zigzag stitch. I'll show you when I do my back, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew it together first, you know, pin it together, sew it, and I'm not going to actually zigzag stitch this because I'm going to be putting the zipper on it. When putting the zipper on, I'm going to leave some of the top off, or top on, because when you have a zipper, it comes with that little itty bitty top part there. That's because for me, I usually sew it down, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to be zigzag stitching a top here, all on my top, and then when I hem it, it's gonna hopefully fold easier. So I'm going to be doing all that. Hopefully my camera catches all this, so fingers crossed.
Okay, now just sew the back. This is going to make it so much easier to sew on your zipper, because then you're just going to have to fold it, pin it, sew it. It's easy. Trust me. Okay, so right here I am pinning it, or using scissors to take the staple that they have in there off. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but you know, I'm stupid and that's how I do it. Don't do it the way I do it. It's I don't make good choices in life. But yeah, just pin away into place. Make sure your line is like directly onto the seam. I'm not too good at that, so if you don't get it directly on there, it's fine. It's not gonna harm it too much, so yeah. Sorry that the angle is not too good right here. I didn't know that you couldn't see it too well until my friend told me about it. I was like, oh well, next time I'll do that. So here shortly you will actually see from a better angle what I mean by it's gonna be better. So yeah. Right here where I'm removing the seam, I just kind of pull apart the seam a bit and just kind of put my remover right there, and then voila, zipper. Okay, see, wow, it's such a perfect angle right here. Okay, right here is, I'm going to be doing that zigzag stitch, so you can see it a lot better. But you can't really see the stitching too well, but you can see what I'm doing a lot better. On the top, I didn't much care for how it looked, just because it's gonna be hidden with that red, and also same goes for when I actually hem it. Some people are really good at doing that roll hem. I'm not too good at it. So, when I actually do my hemming, it's gonna be just that single fold, because I'm not good at doing the roll hemming. I like the single fold hem. So, sorry, you can do your roll hem if you want, I cannot. Right here, my thread kept breaking. I don't know why. It did it twice, and I was just like, well, what the hell? It was super weird. But you know, it worked after like 2 times of breaking. Just a reminder, it's not gonna look, you don't really care about how it looks at the top, just because it's gonna be, that hem is gonna be hidden underneath that red little trim that we're gonna be doing. So yeah, I didn't care too much of how it turned out, because you know, it's gonna be hidden. What's the point of actually like going back and redoing that? So yeah, it's just gonna be hidden. Too much of a hassle to worry about. So yep.
Okay, so all of my, or not all of them, are pinned. I left this one just to show you an example. So, it was kind of tricky to do, so I'm just going to show you the best I can without messing it up. So, just kind of turn the edges a bit, and it's just like kind of mess around with it until you get the right shape. Kind of like that, and pin it in place. Okay, so now it just kind of looks kind of funky and not really kind of curved right. It looks more like there's a triangle at the end. So to do that, just kind of mess around with it with the hem. Pin right there. And now it has, you can see, you know, the difference of this one's more curved. This one's kind of like a triangle with a, you know, kind of like that. So yeah, just do all that for all of yours. You should have like 3 pins in it, but, or more, because I have more than 3. So, yep, now to sew them. Okay, sewing is all done, so now I need to attach my floofy stuff onto my shirt. I have a problem with this because my cat really likes feathers, and that is what this practically is. So this might be kind of hard for me to do because He really likes feathers. Okay, so here's the shirt, all nice and sewn together. Now when it came to like the hemming it, I really didn't mind messing up on the top here because it's just going to be covered with this. I forgot what it's called, sorry. I will put right here, whatever on the screen of what I know what it is, because I totally forgot. I might have to get more because I'm using this for my choker, my arms, and my leg thingy. So yeah, this is gonna be kind of weird because I've never really sewn anything like this, but all they told me to do was go around it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna snip this part off and measure it out to where it fits this nicely, and I'm also going to pin it so everything stays still while I'm sewing it. So let's get started.
Okay, so right here it was kind of hard to do this because my cat kept trying to sneaky grab it, so yeah, it made it just kind of a hassle, not a lot more. So when doing this on the side right there, make sure you put some of the side inside of your shirt just so it'll stay attached. And I should also mention that in some of the seam areas, like right where the seam met, I went inside of the little holder thing that's there just to make sure it was securely there. I did that for like a little bit in the middle of both the side seams, if you know what I mean by the side seams, to make sure that it would stay in place and just to make it a bit more secure.
Here's my shirt all done. The trim is on and everything. I need to fix up a few areas, but other than that, my shirt is done. So here's how it looks. All nicey and done. Okay, so like always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want to, and then we'll be working on the skirt.